Okay, we're going to go to an incredible part. This panel, actually, we had thought about this a long time ago, and I don't have enough words to do the founders, Double Diamonds, who have been in a synergy with the company, generating ideas, emotions, and now we're got together in a chat that's called Business in the Future Part 1. And then I'll tell you later on what part 2 is. But imagine listening from them, what they went through, where they went through all these years towards the future, towards where we're heading to, how they see the company. They're going to give us some amazing tips. They're going to share their vision of what they're doing. And I'm really excited to introduce this panel. They are, I'm going to be naming them, Antonio Ramirez, Double Diamond Elite, Gerardo Gonzalez and Saricillas, Elite Double Diamond Premier, Hector Reyes, Diana Bolía, Double Diamonds Elite, Irma Ruiz, Double Diamond Elite, Jose Manuel Aldarza, Double Diamond Premier, Pepe Vergara, Double Diamond Elite, Walter Sanchez, and Walter was the one who helped us a little while ago in the panel. Now he is put his shirt, and now we have him ready to share. How are you guys? Good evening. Hello, my family. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Everybody together again. How exciting to have you all here. Good evening, Irma. Good evening, Pepe. Hey, everybody's all excited together. Everybody looks so happy. I've got Toño there. I see half of Toño. Toño only half of him. Okay, here we have Box, Dolce, Fiva. We went through Optima. I'm taking all this product too. I'm very, very excited. And we have the high point, the highlight of this evening. I'm very honored and very proud to be your friend and accompanying you with this process. Is an honor for me to have the opportunity to work with you, to learn from you. And I'm opening the forum for you to start sharing. You have a lot to share in this very short time. Please go ahead. Hello, my friends. How are you? I'm Pepe Vergara. I'm your server. I'm very happy to be here with Andrea and with Walter, and of course with all our friends who are together here and given the opportunity. Diego, thank you very much. Mauri, Kenya, and Elena, and the entire staff that has been supporting us in this marathon, the virtual marathon. Well, my friends, we're part also of this panel that continues, actually, I think more than 24 hours that we're going to be broadcasting. And all of us, are distributors. We've been throughout our lives with a great intensity, with a lot of achievements and a lot of changes. And of course, I would like to say that what you're going to listen to right now is an added value to what you have already been listening to, and evidently to transcend. And of course, pay attention, please. And we're going to start with our colleagues, and of course, they're going to be introducing themselves again. Go ahead and welcome everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm very excited to be able to be here since 11 a.m. in this marathon. That's been amazing. Actually, it's feeding back very much of some of us who are from the old wave. Of course, I've learned a lot of tips, and of course, put them in motion and action. I'm ready to learn what we have to learn to renew and reach our next goal. Good evening, Adriana Molina. And from the headquarters from heaven, Cuernavacos, Morelos, we are here. I would like you to introduce. Okay, everybody, but we're going to start. Hello, everybody. How are you? Who is in the from the branch office of the heaven in Guadalajara? We are Rocio Molina. Actually, we're sending you a very, very strong embrace. We're in San Diego, California, a very warm embrace for all of you with a lot of, and we are very, very happy to be sharing with you today. This is a privilege for us. Thank you to Diego and Mauri for the invitation. We believe that today is going to be spectacular. Well, it's not going to be. It has been spectacular. We're writing history, and we're very, very happy to be able to participate. Well, of course, this is Walter. With there, everybody. This is Walter Sanchez and Andrea Echeverria. Very happy to be here with you today. Well, Ella, Jose Manuel. Wait a minute. From from the headquarters of heaven. Yes. Yes, this is very this is very aggressive here, guys. Okay, from the headquarters of the headquarters, Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Okay, okay, the time is running out. Oh, I'm sorry, we're already started. We're sending you a strong embrace from here, Jose Manuel Ramos del Zarate. How are you, everybody? Good evening. Hello. Hello, everybody. We are here. Irma Ruiz, Antonio Ramirez. We are here from in an amazing place, Rio de Janeiro. Which, Walter is excited to be here, which is not going to be the branch of heaven, but you won't want to go back, Walter. Oh, to my home or where? We're all very happy to hear all the participation of all our friends of entrepreneurs at different levels, at different places in the world, with different visions of the business, but everybody geared moving towards growing, so that everybody knows that we want to bring more people. And of course, it's a pleasure to be able to share with you this forum with all our friends, all our players. It is a pleasure. Welcome. Okay. Yes, we can start, Pepe. Go ahead. Okay. We're going to change the order a little bit. We're going to everybody. Walter and I are going to participate at the end, but I would like to say we have been invited to participate in a topic that is very exciting, which is the future of entrepreneurs of Omnilife, and in the future, everybody is included who wants to be here, who is listening to us today is included in this future. Pay attention, we're going to listen to the basis of what Omnilife has been built. We are now 7 million people who have followed 5 principles to be able to achieve success, and this is what is called the 5 steps. So we're going to start with the first step. Who is going to start with the first step? Okay, this is our turn, and of course, we're going to talk about the behaviors of Omnilife to be able to achieve success. And the first one that we are going to be discussing is use and share. And so not to take, to enrich the contents, I'm going to hand the word over to my husband so he can talk and share with. This concept is so important about it. Okay, everybody's handing the baton over, and okay, everybody should talk. Go ahead, Hector. Okay, we're going to start. Well, a big embrace. Thank you, Diego. Thank you, Amaury, Kenya, for this great opportunity that you're giving me to be able to express myself and transmit the happiness I feel, the joy that I feel for being part of this great family. So when I began in Omnilife, obviously I began by wanting to earn money and selling products. I used to sell sandwiches on the street. It just such as I sold sandwiches and food, I wanted to sell the products, and I wanted to put over here juice, the Omnilife juice over here, and the great coffees and all these great products. But I didn't really understand that this is not the way it worked. And I asked him, well, give me a catalog. Well, no, we don't do catalogs. Well, how am I going to sell the products? And then you have to drink them, and you have to be and say, how am I going to drink them? Well, I'm going to sell them instead. And so I didn't understand this. So obviously, Omnilife has always been an important part of my life, but it has been very different from the habits or the behaviors that I had before. So first I had to change my behaviors, and I began understanding little by little that with the use of the product and the need of that, the emotions, that the excitement that it created. Of course, I started very young. I'm still young, of course, but I still started when I was 29. And when you have that age, you believe that you have all the energy in the world. And if there's superheroes, the superheroes are inside of you. But actually, when I started taking the products, I started feeling the energy, the history history of my family. At that time, my son had a problem of stuttering, nervous stuttering, and that was actually so he got rid of that. So by using the products, so what I want to do is to share this experience with everybody, and to share. For the first time, I arrived at Guadalajara to see a training session from Jorge Vergara. How I was saying, how does this guy do? How can this guy have so much energy? Now they're watching the energy. He had marathons of 3 days in extravaganza, and he awarded cars. He seemed very happy, hours and hours in training sessions for the product, and I saw that he was the main users of the product. So I understood that emotion had to be that way, transmit it and share it, and not stopping by using it. So the results started happening. Of course, I started selling a product. I started arriving to my house very excited with money in my pocket. My first dream was to earn $20 a day. Of course, I was able to do it, and I didn't stop continuing doing this. And of course, I've always had money in my pocket. The first was for the selling of the product. I understood what I do was to tell stories, and for my personal life, from my family, and share stories that were happening to other people. We arrived in Peru with not knowing anybody, and that emotion of sharing those with people, those results, how I was transforming my life physically, emotionally, and obviously financially, and this has been amazing. All this history has been amazing. How we have been transforming the life of many people. I didn't understand until I started seeing this. Don't go out to get money. Don't look for the money in people, but look for the results. And therefore the money is going to follow. Of course, as we have done this with our friends, the ones who are here in this panel, because we're taking by doing this and drinking tons of products and talking about results, and so many tours and so many meetings and some reunions and so many training sessions. The money now is chasing us every 15 days in an amazing way. But this has been due to this, because we're using and sharing, and I wouldn't stop doing this with the new modernity of technology. Of course, it's even easier to do place an order. Now you do a simulation. You go into the sales center, and it's already ready there, and I can do transfers or deposits or anything, and the product is sent to me wherever I am. This is amazing. I'm so excited to know that the technology has changed. A lot of things have changed, but the essence is still there. Use and share, and always with very excited to do so. And now to hand the baton over to one of my colleagues that I really, really care for and really love. I would like to tell you that when I stopped doing it, I called Jorge to tell him if he could help me, because I was stagnant, I wasn't growing, and it was in a plateau, and asked him, and he asked me, how many products are you taking? And he says, I already use those products. And it's answer me, how many products are you saying? Well, actually, I'm taking Optimus and Magnum. Magnum said, take the product 10 times a day. And he's really excited about it. And never stop being excited and telling people what's happening to you. And this is what we have done. Obviously, each one of us has a strategy, a plan, an action. But the basis to use and share. One day, yes, and the other one as well. And so this has brought great dreams that we have achieved, having a beautiful home, travel around the world, and travel for free. Have friends in many countries in the world, have organizations in 20 countries which have allowed us to reach the double diamond elite level, and we continue being excited and dreaming and to reach the double diamond supreme and reach a lot of people, because as somebody didn't remain quiet 20 years ago, and he invited us to be part of this great company. So I'd like you to listen to a marriage that I really like, Rocio Salinas and Gerardo Gonzalez, who really love, and I'm sending you a big embrace. How are you? Thank you very much.
And I think that somehow we have been, when we began, because they invited us. He didn't invite us because of a small check or just to have a base wage. He invited us to be become rich. He said, this is an opportunity that we are going to change many lives. And when we began, we were really bad economically. We were really very bad. But we understood that we had to sell retail, and we agreed on what we needed. We needed not only a basic wage, but we had the homework of, doubling that need so that we would have money left over, not just to survive. And since the beginning, we realized that being here is not just to survive, but we need to fight for your dreams, fight for your needs. And it was that way how we began with Jorge. Something that we also wanted is that we had it clear what we wanted. And we began to invite many people, and we began to look for family members, friends. We put signs. And this opportunity is to develop, how we can grow. The truth is that something that really excites me is to remember this point about this topic. And I say it every time I can. To present the business doesn't mean that you have to talk a lot. It doesn't mean that you need to remember and know all about the products or everything about the compensation program. Jorge Vergara, when he invited me, he said, "You don't have an idea of what I have in my hand. The day that you try it, you are going to understand why we are going to become millionaires." And I had already tried them. So he had this strength to say, wow, it really impacts me. When they invite us, to something which is not what you used to, your reaction is, well, this isn't me. And mine wasn't mine because when I saw it, he said, to earn more than you need, that is what I want. And so I understood that one of the reasons that is most important that a person needs to have to begin is to know how to present with this same strength that Jorge told us. You don't know until you try it what you have in your hands. So, who understand that to show the business is to offer a person a change, an opportunity to improve their health and to improve their earnings. So this is where we need to do it in a very interesting way. For example, I say to people, hey, would you like to listen how to earn between $500 and $3,000 a month without stopping, to do something else? Someone that doesn't, pick up their ears with that means they are living in another planet, or maybe they're not listening to you. But imagine to say this to someone and their eyes lit up and say, okay, explain how I can earn this. So you begin talking to people that this is a business and that Omnilife presents an opportunity of change like that, a great business. So I say, see how fast you can earn this. This product is for this, and it can give you $20. $20 is not a lot of money if you don't do it once a month, but if you do it 30 times, it's 600. And if you do it twice a day, it's 1,200. And if you do it 3 times a day, it's 1,800. See how we are beginning to earn? And so to show the business, telling the people that from the first day you can earn money, and that was the first agreement that we made after Jorge told us this. I said, help me with 5, and I will sell 5, and 5 and 5 are 10, and that's how we are going to earn some money. But let's construct a group, a team of 100 people. And 100 people in 90 days is our challenge. And that's how we began, putting in our head 100 people in 90 days. And what do you think? We made it in the first 90 days. And it was sensational because most of the people were enthusiastic about what we were telling them about the product, even though they hadn't tried it. Only with our strength of how we were talking about the product. And that's how we began, little by little. I say to the people, listen, you can show the business in many ways, but the clearest one is when you have in your head a proposal that is real. I say, imagine that when you have 100 people, and you will have $1 a day. $1 a day is $100 a day, 3,000 a month, and think how you can change. That is where you begin to change. But if those 100 people make $2 a day for you, they are earning double, and you are too. And $4 a month, those $10,000 of that what I was mentioning before, or that Jorge Baca was saying. Here in my head, the people, it's very difficult, to put that really big number. But if you simplify it and you present the business as it is, an opportunity, if you are willing to take it, is very different to what you have done before. So really believe me, this is what I think is a sense deal and easy to repeat for anyone who invites someone to the business. And so now I give the microphone to Anna. I think that Juan, Teddy, and Andrea's turn, so go ahead. Dear friends, we are going to see ourselves very soon in Miami. Very good. Spectacular. Well, we are very excited with everything that is happening with the world of Omnilife and all of this business marathon and this what we are provoking and what we are willing to do with Omnilife. I want to say that one of the most exciting things that have happened is to be able to be part of the Omnilife family, to be able to change our life through using the products and to be able to talk to the people, give this opportunity to the world. And one of the most exciting things is to develop teams. Something that is very passionate, and I think everyone is to be able to share that which is doing good for you. When I came into OmniLife and I say hi to my host, Pedro Caballero. Hello, Pedro. When I signed with Telo and with Pepe, that to us is, we're so proud that he is in our home. Pepe, I want to say that yesterday Pepe calls me and says, hey, Walterio, let's do this, let's do that. Get an airplane, but it's 9 p.m., Pepe. Take my plane. That is the power of OmniLife. So we were able to do this to be able to share. When I began in OmniLife, there was a vision. There was a vision that could happen to you. And there was a very powerful phrase, a spectacular phrase that said, imagine yourself. Imagine. For me, that was very powerful. Jorge Vergara said, what do you dream about? What did you dream? And from there, when we began to develop with teams, is when you transform your life, when you begin to teach people, when you have results, when you earn the trips, when you have economic results, you want to share it with people. And that developing of teams begins with example, begins with what Tony said in the morning with Jorge Vaca, to be able to bring the people the opportunity. But to develop the teams is more than that. And I want Andrea to talk about this, how she has developed teams and what she's doing right now to be able to grow even more. Of course. Well, I'm so excited to have two of my big mentors next to me. This is a great blessing for me. And like Walter says, at the beginning, I want you to know that for me to make teams wasn't an option. I come into OmniLife, apart from Walter, because we met in OmniLife. We got health here. He saw me and she fell in love with me as soon as she saw me. I am from Costa Rica, so I get to Costa Rica, and that's where it all began. Well, the thing is that I thought that I would never be able to make teams. I would never be able to work like that because I said what I liked was retail. The truth is that what I was afraid of was the stage. And I had a limiting thought that I thought making network was required you to get into the stage. And I said, no, that's not for me, so I'm never going to do it. And so I did a lot of retail. However, I married Walter and I couldn't bring my clients here. So I began to understand that the business was in making teams. The business was in making an organization that was turning to your family, and the result that is true, and we are a family, that we are here. And I wasn't going to think that 25 years ago when I met Pepe and I saw him on the stage and he was Pepe Vergara, the untouchable. Today I touch him. Now, yes, I can. Now I am Pepe the Touchable. But I remember that the first time that he came or that I came to Veracruz, Pepe was here and he asked me to get in the stage and I had to speak, but I couldn't. I couldn't speak. I was very nervous. And my voice was very thin, my mind went black. So Walter and I got married, and I decided to begin working in Omnilife making teams. And I said, I'm going to go to Guatemala. I'm going to teach Guatemala how to do this. And Walter said, okay, first you need to make your plan supreme so you can go and teach about this. When we got married, I said, you told me it was our check. Yes, it is our check, but that doesn't have anything to do with your own plan. You cannot tell someone to do something that you haven't done yet. You cannot tell someone to use the product if you haven't used it yourself. Then I began to feel bad and I said, okay, I'm going to show this guy that of course I can. And then I began to work. Walter went to Central America and I said, I'm going to make a Silver Supreme and become a Silver Supreme just to show him that I can. But then I realized that, he was very sure. I said, here is my Silver Supreme. And he said, okay, now you can go and teach them how to become a Silver Supreme. And I thank him a lot because definitely if you do the things, it is easier to teach. Definitely you need to do it first in order to teach. And since then, my life has changed. And we've made a spectacular team in Guatemala. We say hello to Guatemala and all of the women, warrior women that I love a lot, and the men also, of course. But I started working with people, with women. And I want to say hello to all of the women because we are really a majority in OmniLife. We are impressive women with a very great value. And here I found that they valued me, a value that didn't even give myself. I had a very low self-esteem. And now I think differently thanks to 25 years of being here, but we all began the same way, signing a contract and saying, yes, I do, and I want to be in OmniLife. So you sign two contracts, OmniLife and marriage. Both of them are very valuable. Well, this developing of teams is what is the base? To teach and to teach. It's not only teach how to do, it's not just teaching how to say. Because suddenly they talk aloud and you have earned a trip, but you have won the bonus, but you are competing. So I learned that we need to be entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs where we were teaching people looking for the maximum results. So from day one, that Pepe told me, because Pepe was the one who told us. Pepe told us there were trips, and I wanted to have the trip. We qualified for Miami 29 years ago, and we've been qualifying for the different trips and contents. Competing with yourself, not with others. And that's how you show this to people. The closing message is, you must be an example. You must be an example. Practice what you preach and teach the people how you make an event, how you make a meeting. This that you're seeing right now in Veracruz is born from the excitement of Pepe, of that, get into it. 1, 2, 3, go. So 1, 2, 3, and go. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day as well. So it is this part where you go for the people, you tell them, I'm going to teach you what I've done. I'm going to teach you what I'm doing. We are going to learn. And I learned, and it's a great honor to be in this trip. I learned from Jose Manuel, Edgar, Rocio, Gerardo, Irma. I learned from all of you and of many other people how they were making this. And Ramo also is invite people, listen to such and such a person, go to extravaganzas, go to the convention, go to the and people will begin to change the way of thinking through the usage of the products. And that's how we have been able to make successful teams around the world. Today, the organization has many diamonds, which I say hi to, in many countries. Countries where I don't work, like Roque said before, where you find people in your organization, but you need to become a good leader, to be a follower. And so I get excited with all of this. And now I want to invite about the fourth step with Jose Manuel, if I will remember. No, it's Irma's turn. Well, then I don't remember well. Okay, go ahead, Irma. We're listening to you. And we're going to see each other in Brazil. Of course, we are. We are waiting for you here in Rio de Janeiro, where we are connected right now. I am Irma Ruiz to all of the new people that is listening to this great marathon for the first time. Congratulations. This fourth step, Walter, of retaining is something super important where you have that construction of teams. I want to tell everybody I began in Omnilife without having anything. Like it's been a quality that we needed to have to be able to have a lot of results. And so I begin with nothing. I received an invitation from Jorge Vergara to travel to South America in his plane, and it is there where he shows the opportunity of opening a new country. When I was listening to Jorge Vaca, I send you hugs because you inspire me a lot. And he said to be able to grow a country before you needed to move, to go to the place, it's a blessing now what all of us are living right now. And during those days, we needed to travel to take a decision of making this business and go to Peru. My brother Hector, thank God, he was broke. And I say thank God because sometimes you need to be able to take a decision of having an attitude of change. The resource that I took finished. It is important to have in the business the idea of investing time, resources, and I needed to learn to sell a lot of product. I needed to go into the streets, look for people, that I could find to sell the products, to have resources, for me to have product to take and to invest from the business center. I didn't have any more money between my brother and me. They gave me a check for 3 months in advance. So thank God, I didn't have money, and I say thank God because when the time comes when you are in a crisis, where you have an economic crisis, a personal crisis, a crisis in the country, it is there where you reach your limit, when you need to do something for that to change. And something that happened, okay, we didn't have resources, we didn't have money, but you may not have a dollar or maybe, but what you can never be without is thinking about what I will do and where I want to go. And I want to share that because I come with Hector, with my family in Peru. We begin to make the business without knowing anybody, and there were many things that we needed to face, economic problems and situations. But what made me have this result, this important result and very strong, was having the commitment of the process of each of the people that were coming. And I want to invite you, no matter if you're making the business, if you are, doing it virtual or if you are face to face, choose the way that makes this work better for you. The thing is to discover that each of us have talents and qualities. That part of being, being able to make your organization and being able to help them to discover their own talents. I remember that at the beginning, Hector, couldn't make a meeting. And every time I said and spoke of all the projects that he had, and I was telling Diego a couple of days ago that in that business center that I rented, one day I saw Jacinto Munoz. He was coming down. I connected with him and I said, Jacinto, what's wrong with you? And he was thinking that day about leaving the business. And after that day that we sat down and I said, how many people have you talked to? And I've spoken to thousands of people. And of those 1,000, only 3 people are working 100% and focused. When you go and accompany your distributor to be able to overcome, the problems that all of us have at the beginning, is very important and powerful. And now that we are making this business through internet, and because of the ambition that we have to share with all those years of experience, is there are basic things, important things that you cannot stop doing. And today, the people need that, to be with someone else so that they will stop and remain in the company, so that they will be able to bring other people. The love and being thankful to this business is when you are shoulder to shoulder, working daily with your organization, you do your job. It can be through internet, it can be through all those meetings that I had to do and go and share. I remember that in those for Save Me rooms, Remo came and signed, Jacinto Muñoz arrived, Mónica Arellano, Leida Rodriguez, Soledad Zamudio, that she's a diamond right now, and many diamonds in Peru, Angelica Flores. And to see how these people were arriving and overcoming those obstacles and continue to grow was the key. I want to say something, and now that Jorge Vaca shared in the leadership area and in the making of your organization, this strength that you have has a lot to do. I agree 100% with him because in the business, the people cannot pay a price for something they don't see. Listen to this. This is very important. When I told Jacinto, you're going to travel around the world. Hector, what are you going to do with all of this money? Maybe right now you cannot see your children, but in the future you're going to travel with them. You're going to be in the best places in the world. That is what you said, Jorge. We don't just drag our distributors to abundance, but we also drag our family. Today, many people in my family, in the organization, through an example and strength, because you need to show your strength, you need to show your focus. It may be, and many times it happened, I didn't have a cent to eat, I didn't have money. I had to choose between having a super mix or going out to eat something. But my distributors didn't know what I was going through because what I shared was not what I was lacking, what I didn't like, or what I didn't have. It was where I wanted to go, towards where I saw each of them go. And many times they couldn't see themselves in the places where I was telling them, but they were already beginning to imagine. I want to invite you that in your leadership and construction of teams, help those distributors to discover their talents, their capacities, to mention them every day. And when we make a team unified towards an objective, we have the opportunity of having a potential. Today, that we shared, don't think that we haven't gone through difficulties. We've fallen many times, but the thing is to get up again, to get up and get up, that, like the boxers. Sometimes you may fall down to the ground, but if you get up before 10 seconds, you have the opportunity and the moment of, hitting and being able to win the fight because you had the ability and intelligence of getting up again. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, but you need to get up. And that leadership that we need to give is very important. Jorge Vergara, in this video that you've just seen, mentioned something very valuable. We dream with our head. We mentalize what we want. It's important for you to see and go with your distributor in the process. And we transcend with our heart. Those words are so strong, but I understand that when we see what we want and we feel in our heart that it's possible, and we believe in people, we help them to develop their self-esteem, and that is very valuable. With what I said today, and I think it's happening to everyone, that we had 5 minutes to talk. He didn't know how to concentrate so many things that I would like to share in 5 minutes, but I think this is one of the most important things that I would like you to take. Get up as many times as necessary and put all of your energy, your strength, but help each member of your team to believe, to see what they are not seeing, to feel their potential until they will be 100% sure and their self-esteem will bring them to obtain their dreams. That is something wonderful of our work teams. I want to say to Pepe and Walter and Jose Manuel and Hector and Raf that is here with me, sometimes it's a bit complicated because we are husband and wife and he's my leader and sometimes to take this part. But also I want to tell you that it's very strong to learn every day. And I want to hug all the women. The same as Andrea, I want to tell you all that 70% of the organization of Omnilife are women. So the intelligent men support the women of their organization for them to become leaders, transformers, to multiply by millions, and also to be the women who have the biggest checks in Omnilife, because we move the economy of the world, and we are an example to our children. I love you. Thank you, Mauri Vergara. Thank you, Diego. Thanks for the opportunity, and thanks for everything I've learned with all of the leaders I participated. Thank you. And I want to show Jose Manuel Rodó. Okay, I hug you, Jose Manuel. It's so exciting to listen to all of you. It is an honor for us to be here with you and with all of you in purple in this great experience of Business Marathon OmniLife. We are really excited and moved, and also we are always learning. There's no doubt that to be able to see the future, we need to see our past. In an OmniLife's past, leadership has marked the great difference. The distinction that Jorge shared at the beginning, how it was a particular way, a revolution, something contagious. And I understood that if I wanted to grow in this business, I had a lot of things to learn. Coming from having a background of, earning wages, of being used to receive orders or to give orders, this vision that Jorge gave us since day one marked a great difference. I understood that leadership in OmniLife has to do with serving, and the service that I needed to do had to have an intention. It had to be born from within me to take this to put this in all of my acts. And I think that this has been very important to be able to understand from the vision of Jorge how leadership is an agent of change. I've lived it, how I began this business to how I am right now. And there's no change. Leadership, you need to construct it or it can be destroyed. And thank God for us in OmniLife, we've had a leadership that is transforming. It has transcended through time. I want to say, everyone that is listening to me, both entrepreneurs and people that are watching this program, that something that I'm very proud to say in OmniLife is that the ones that have gone through this leadership road, something very important is congruence. We cannot understand OmniLife and the business that we have if we didn't live in congruence. Congruence in using the product. I say, turn into your product. It is impossible to talk about something that you don't feel, that you don't experiment on, because otherwise, with respect, you are only a salesperson of ingredients. Here, what is transforms you are results. Also, in recruiting, a very important area, like we heard today, the importance of growing and multiplying an organization. But you need to take the step. You need to be there recruiting constantly. Recruiting doesn't end when you become a diamond. That is the phase where you realize of the great value of being able to generate new entrepreneurs, new people that are signed within your organization. It is also important within this congruence of OmniLife to be able to qualify for trips, for bonuses, to be there with your people, with your group. You don't know the amount of anecdotes that I have had in all of these trips that we've done because of the constants within OmniLife. The importance of being face to face next to the people that make the difference in your business, and the level. How important it is, the way Lewis Camilla was saying, we have a growing scale that is constant, and that scale needs to give us, we need to have the challenge of once that you've reached diamond, to turn and go forward to the double diamond and to the triple diamond. Don't stop growing, don't stop going up, don't stop sharing. And something that to me has been a personal challenge, I need to confess, is this way that Jorge taught us about attitude. He said attitude was everything. Attitude has been for me an opportunity of developing the strength for that even when circumstances are not going the way I want to, even through that, when I don't have the results, to know that I have the ability of motivation because my objectives and dreams are very big. And so at the end of the day, the attitude has helped me to consolidate a business and, most important, to be able to share with many people with this example and leadership. Omnilife, the way I understand it, is to be an example. And this is very strong because it puts you in everyone's eyes. And if you're not making the difference, as an example, then you are lying to yourself and you are not this leader that is transforming. Something that to me is important to share is that within leadership, there is a quality that I think has marked the difference, and I've heard it with everyone. Generate an activity, generate actions, bring results. And that obviously is basic for all of those that are in this road of leadership to learn to have results. And from the theory to the action.
Something that I heard of Jorge's video, of course, has moved me a lot too, moved my heart, and understand how at the end of our trajectory at Omnilife, step by step, 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, this transformation has helped us to become actually these agents for change, where our main challenge is to transform ourselves to be able to transform the others. So I believe that we are in this process, we're in this journey, which I'm very excited of, because if I see forward a great open door that opened very strongly with these new technologies and with the leadership that we have in Omnilife, it's mature and it's growing. I'm sure that this leadership will provide results with stopless attitudes, with great dreams. It's going to promote or boost these new generations to maintain this trend of growth and to this bring us to places and destinations that we never imagined. I'm very excited because I see the future of Omnilife as a abundant and prosperous future around the world. The only thing that I would like to add to this experience, this weave of experience that we have been witnessing in this marathon, and the topic of leadership has to do with sometimes we don't always have present, we don't understand the scope of our mission with regarding leadership. So recovering this awareness of the influence that we can have through words, through actions, through examples, that actually every time we move closer in a more faithful way to a better version of ourselves. A little while ago, Jose Manuel and I were talking about the new leaders that are evolving, of this new young leaders. And when he was saying right now, with all the new technologies and everything we have been listening to, the first thing that came to my mind was a image of a RoboCop. All that technology, but what made the difference between all the technologies maintaining this human part, which is the face of success in Omnilife. And this is a principle, is a seed that has generated generations and generations of people who, through their leadership, are able to find who they actually are and are able to project with the greatest certainty and the greatest vision this face that the human being. Of course, we don't mean it's perfect. It's human. It's a human face. But what I want to share with you are two things. Just to finish, is when you stop when you are content with it, you stop growing. So when you stop, your organization stops growing. So this is something that you have to keep in mind always. And the other part is, within this human face of success in Omnilife, is to remember that leadership has to do with the fact that we're ordinary people. You and I are ordinary people, making from our lives experiences that are extraordinary. And that is the leadership principle. This is a way of being, a way of behaving, a way of thinking, where our backbone as being people who actually care for people. Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you very much to my colleagues, mentors, all. I love you very much, all. Thank you for the board for this distinction of having inviting us, and have a great evening. Bravo. Bravo. Well done. Yes, okay. Toño. Hello, everybody. I'm Antonio Ruiz in Omnilife. I've started. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the part I see. I see an eternal business. I mean, why? I'm going to tell you why. Be reviewing my history or my story and that of many others, we can see that the conditions right now are even more favorable than the ones that we started. I graduated. With my wife. I got a lot of honor and mentions. I worked. I speak English. I trained myself, and after several years of working in my profession, financially, I was broke. I didn't have money. I didn't have money to buy food for me, and I started to look for other means of avenues of income. And until I couldn't find anything until I found the invitation to join Omnilife. And the way that you are right now, with your future, but you're honest, you're hardworking, you're educated, but you're broke. You don't have any money. So based on what you are at right now, we're going to present to you a business, if you want to, that working 3 months, you can build a business that will give you income of $10,000 a month. I was really excited, but I said, well, I need money to eat right now. Okay, let's talk about it. First of all, as a business, you can earn money to eat and if you do it constantly, you can develop the business and make it create or generate $10,000 in 3 months. And then there's no limits. These are truths. I had never been I never did anything related to sales. I was very close. I really didn't have a lot of relationships with a lot of people because my work was about being in my desk as a civil engineer, and then to go from the office to my home, from my home to my office. That was it. But I don't know if you know that one of the reasons why I joined the company was because I was hungry, not for earning $20, $30 a day to buy food and bring it to my table. So that was the greatest motivator. I wanted to earn money to eat. I learned about the business. It was very simple, use and tell. And it happened at the beginning, but in my person, it was not enough. So I understood that I had to look for ways that worked for me, taking the basics of Omnilife, but looking at my own development. I received many blessings. My problem was what the problem that I had when I joined Omnilife was the debt that I had. It was unpayable. My greatest problem was the lack of faith, of hope, of how I was going to solve this. Actually, this was going to pressing my heart and my soul to not knowing how I was going to solve this. Now, if I was thinking, if I have these problems now, what's going to happen in 10, 20, 30 years in my life? So when you decide to do something, God puts all the places and the pieces and people to make the things that you want to happen. Actually, maybe not the way you wanted to, but they do happen. A friend of mine who was very dynamic, I invited her just as I was invited. My friend didn't want the business, but she asked me for product, and she said we have to pay beforehand, and she paid me, and then she lit that little flame in here because why? Because she paid beforehand, and I earned $30. And with all the respect for everybody who's listening to me, because it's changed my life. Because I said my friend was a very a heavy woman. She weighed 160 kilos, but he had a volume like 200 kilos. But when my friend purchased or bought some product from me, I said two things. The product is sellable. I can sell it. And secondly, there's always a lot of little heavyweight people. There's always people who are want to lose weight. So this everybody wants to lose weight. Even the slim people want to lose weight. So I understood this was an eternal business, and I have confirmed this because why? Because there's always more people with asthma, diabetes, with high blood pressure, with health problems. And this is where it started. $30 the first day. I did it every day. The first month I earned $500, which was what I earned as a civil engineer for a full-time job. What did I see when I received my first check for $30? It was two names. I asked the people who asked me, how can I make this at least $1,500? What did you do? What did you do to get 30? I invited people and they purchased. So I discovered the business of multiplication. So I invited more people. So what is the secret? The secret is to keep it simple but multiply it. They did the same thing. They multiplied also in the third month. I received $10,000. And then I was growing, and it reached $20,000. I was the first time in the history of Omnilife. This has been 20 years ago, and last month I got a $45,000 check. So what is the business? The business is simple. Take the project, the product to get excited, lose more elegant, more slimmer, more. So I drink the product and also sell the product. I understand the philosophy of Omnilife. We don't sell, we share. I'm going to tell you, I do sell. I don't do a sales effort. I don't twist anybody's arms to purchase. The only thing I say, I can help them recover their quality of life. If they are diabetic, I can help them with that. If they're obese, I can help them reduce weight. There's millions of people. 99% of the population on this planet know that they have to take care of their health because it's the most valuable thing they have. They either have to recover it, or they have to maintain it, or improve it. And we have the products to help them with that. The other thing, the part of financial part, recruit everybody who crosses your path. The word here, the key word is to recruit the best opportunity, the best companies in the world. Recruit the best people in the world, the best universities in the world have the recruiting departments to get the best students. We have to make our own best effort to prepare ourselves to bring the greatest number of people in our team. Follow-up, accompaniment for me is very simple. What do you see in this moment for the future? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Drinking the product, recruiting, accompaniment. My friend Elena lost 2 kilos in 1 week, and she brought me 5 friends of hers who were all overweight, and I understand that everything depended on me. And I have been completing my vision from there. What is the future for me today? We don't have to convince anybody that they have to improve their health, that they have to earn more money. The only thing we have to say is we have an opportunity that's very good for you, and the measure we reach or touch the lives of other people, our future is guaranteed as well. Some of us are going to do it presentially, some of us are going to do it virtually, some of us are going to be hybrid. We're going to take advantage of both, or the best ways. I maintain the business simple. Why? Because a person can do it that doesn't know how to write, or a person who has 3 master's degrees. You only have to have hunger. I had hunger for food at the beginning. Then it was a hunger to have dress better, to have a better house, have a good car. I still have hunger for material things, but I continue working. But I also have a hunger of transmitting my message to the greatest number of people. The only way I have to thank Jorge Vergara and the entire Omnilife team, all my colleagues, entrepreneurs, is transmitting this message and thanking God and transmitting this message to the greatest number of people. And with this is my vision of what I see. Every time more people are going to be joining us together, if we help them to have results with the product, learn to recruit people and work with us, and teach everybody to let themselves be taught and replicate this message. It's a pleasure to be with you, and I'm going to give the message over to Pepe Vergara. Thank you. Bravo. Okay, my friends, first of all, I would like to tell you that the group that we are together today have quite a few years under our belt. But something very important here is imagine I've been here with 30 years, Jorge, 30 years, of course, Gerardo with her wives. Many of us who are here with I think the newer ones had 29 years in Omnilife. So Hector maybe 28, 27 years in Omnilife. Okay, well, something very important, and to tell us that we were educated by Jorge Vergara for evolution. When we're talking about the future, we have to think if Omnilife has been a futuristic company. To be able to talk about a future, we have to use a basic word that is called evolution. What is evolution? It is a natural need to adapt oneself to be able to survive of the new situations that are coming. For example, when these shocks, when the Earth exploded and the dinosaurs were extinct, well, the ones that could not adapt themselves were extinct. And animals such as sharks and turtles were able to adapt themselves. So at the end, evolving. At the end of the day, evolving is a vital part to be able to talk about the future. So OmniLife is a company that is born evolving. It is not born by imitating or doing something at the equal to other projects. Jorge Vergara precisely presented a new project starting by liquid vitamins that will easily assimilated with rapid absorption technology. Obviously, this allowed huge potential to be able to concentrate or do all the nutrients in our brand at a greater rate than other brands. So this has given our results. So remember, all the people who are listening for us in the first time, that you are in a project where the products do practically the half of account for half of the success, and the other half are accounted by you. Of course, when we're talking about the future, we have two concepts: it's the future and your future. These are two things that seem to be the same, but they're not. The future. What is the future? The trends, for example, of technologies that, in that sense, we began evolving and we continue evolving. We began with sweeteners, the most natural, as natural as possible, and we have changed maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the process because new ways have all the different fruits, all the different benefits that we have are very good. We go stevia, and so we're always on the top of the line. We're also both in products and in systems, and evidently in these this is right now is that is common, which is talking about working as a freelancer. Jorge Vergara 30 years ago was ahead of his time and invited all the communities and saying to all the communities, you're going to change your life, you're going to have no limits, you're going to have independence. And after years, then afterwards this word came up, a freelance, but Jorge actually marked that addition with his vision, which we didn't only just we're riding the wave, but we are also thinking about. I don't know if you're thinking about who are more evolved, the young people, or they're not so young people, the older people. I believe that the people who are more evolved are the ones who have a greater vision. It doesn't matter how old you are. Your vision, your dreams, and your capacity to learn and to adapt. Talking about learnings, of course, it's important. With Jorge, we learn to by doing. Of course, right now I'm doing the same thing with you. This is very simple. We have products that work for themselves. So the only thing that I have to do is take them, use them, have that power to actually present a testimonial. These are results. How are you going to how are you going to have more trust about talking about a product with or without actual results? Of course, we're testimonials. We don't have to talk much about this. Just take the products, and it's going to strengthen your trust. Jorge was a very common sense person, very basic, very elementary. He didn't use a lot of recommendations, just a few. One of them was to use the products and talk to people. Of course, this applies to all the markets and all the products, because when we're talking about this or any other product doesn't work well, then the product is not like the basis. These products do work, and of course trust in them, and this is the first thing. Secondly, the future is marked by the trends, but your future is totally marked or made up by your dreams and your own transformation. In Omnilife, when we're working with a person, we're going through three processes. Of course, enroll them, form them or train them, and transform them. And this transformation is precisely their own self-trust and the vision, and taking an opportunity. What is an opportunity? Is get something that's very great, that is doing something that is within your reach. Of course, thinking about a trip around the world, well, it's there, but actually you don't dream about doing it because it's very difficult to do this. But maybe someday there's a promotion. Maybe there's a promotion, and it's within your reach to be able to do this. You can pay for it. You can do it. So Jorge Vergara made this possible. It made possible for people to reach the dream. With people have the ardent desire to change their life with what? With products that have a great power, and with the attitude. Of course, what is attitude? The attitude is always having in mind that the things are going to happen. And the attitude, you're going to try the things 10 to 1, meaning that one is going to work and the other 9 probably won't. But if this is clear, you're going to replicate this and repeat it, and this is what is going to actually yield fruits. In Omnilife, this is very simple. We have 2 commercial activities, and we sell, and we also form teams, distribution networks that, with their own purchases, of course, generate royalties to all of us. So this I would like to talk to you quickly. Firstly is to tell you one of the great things that Omnilife has achieved in us is to be able to have a company. Because in Omnilife there's 2 companies. The Omnilife company that has the brand Omnilife, the Seitu brand, and also Kenya Vergara brand. And on the other hand, your company, you are a commercializing company. They have, what is a company? We have another definition, but without a doubt, this is one made with teams, by teams. What is the difference between other companies to your own company? You're not an employee, or you're going to be an inspirer. You're going to bring in people, you're going to be part of your team, and you're generating synergy. That's very important. What is synergy? Is when everybody is sharing ideas, and that safety or that security when you are accompanied. And of course, this brings you to take better risks. And of course, in Omnilife, we're not just a group of people, but we are a community. We support each other. So obviously, with this, we have transcended the people who you're listening to this moment. We all started with a history of financial troubles, of financial woes. Of course, this is very common. In a 1 year, Toño and I, we are in a diamond already. But regardless of that, but what does diamond mean? The diamond means $7,500, and there's 7 levels of diamonds. All the scales that you are going to go through in Omnilife is 18 steps. These 18 steps is that your career. What is Omnilife? Omnilife is a career. You're going to learn very basic things, and you're going to repeat them constantly. Are going to bring you from one level to the next and the next. You're going to listen to all the different. There's 5 bronze levels, 3 golds, 3 silver, 3 gold, 3 diamonds, 3 double diamonds, and triple diamonds. There's 18. Okay, so in each one of these steps, they're going to ask you for a goal. What goals? They're accessible from one step to the next, and the following. So how can I go from 1 to 10? You go step by step, one by one, until you reach number 10. Goals are very simple. You have a volume of purchasing, and of course the other volume, which is the purchase of the forming your network. You do this vertically. This is very important when you invite people in Omnilife to work with you as a distributor of you. That takes care of the verticality. Doesn't mean that you invite only one person, but the person that you are inviting, you also teach them to get excited, and they invite other and other people, and that verticality is going to give you the growth. Every time that you go up a level, the company is going to be paying you more from the same production that the group is making, the purchases that group is making. This is, of course, just a reference to understand that the system that we have is multi-development. Why is it called multi-development? It's because it is paid multi-level, but it's based on human development, meaning that this is totally focused on human development. There's a group, there's a school that's called Creciendo, which is optional, optionally. Obviously, when you enroll in that, you're going to grow in a tremendously financial, speaking in public, and all these topics of this, but especially parts of maybe you have some hurdles that we have since we're children that don't allow us to advance. All these fears that we have that are blocking our success. Omnilife is specializing in removing these blocks. We're transforming people. Omnilife is not looking for people from other companies, but other companies are looking for the people in Omnilife. Why? Because it's not about getting salespeople. It's about getting people who have a vision, and also are transforming. And of course, this is very important. One of the features that we have, and right now is basic in the young people. Today, they want to have an activity not only of earning money, but maybe they're adding value to mankind. And in this Omnilife, we are very committed to taking care of people. We're very committed to helping the people that have the desire of transforming themselves. So all of this makes evidently the platform where we're going to be moving towards the future in a very safe way, secure way. We've been going for 30 years, and I'm very happy to congratulate the company and everybody for the last 30 years. In this first quarter of the year, compared to the previous year, we grew 32%. Wow. I would just like to remind you that precisely we are in pandemic too, in the middle of pandemic, and the pandemic destroyed company, left people without a job, and in Omnilife we grew and we broke all these records. We have been growing, of course, but in that same year we broke more records than in all the previous years in Omnilife. So, friends, we're in a project where we had the vision that when there was a crisis, we were putting out fires. Of course, we have more work, more opportunities, and more projects, and we're going to move forward. This is what we are in Omnilife. The future that you have is your decision, and it's a decision to do a company. Here we are learning, and also a simple way of doing it. In that sense, Jorge Vergara was also always very basic. Make things so simple that anybody can replicate them. If you make it too complicated, you're going to be bragging. Everybody's going to be amazed by you, but they won't be able to replicate this. So this that is so simple is evolution at the end of the day. And the bottom line, this will be replicated. Of course, this can be done now with new technologies. Communication has changeable. Yes, the communication has been changing since the fax, the telephone, internet appeared. Communication, of course, back in the day was doing smoke signals, but nowadays communication is virtual. This is very important. Virtual, of course, evidently allows us to reach right now. Right now, in the meeting from Walter and Andrea's house, we are now transmitting to the entire world. Of course, we have to take advantage of it. So you need also to update yourself, but not only just for updating and communication. Are you going to leave behind the most important, which is making this personal relationship in Omnilife? There's something very important that we have is create bonds with people, and creating bonds with people. We're not a platform for sales, just for you to know, but we have an incredible online system where everybody can purchase products, of course, online, with many options. Actually, we have a new video that the company has launched with all the options that we have to purchase, but we're not a platform where we only offer selling products. We are a company that transforms people, and to transform people is a platform is not going to be enough. We need the platform to begin the communication, to make the sale of the products people can enroll, but then we have to act one-on-one, face-to-face, and this is why I say this is where you can combine Facebook with face-to-face. Right now, this evolution, you can think that we can abandon, which is a face-to-face, to move over to Facebook. Right, I can say that right now, evolution is adding Facebook with face-to-face in all the networks, social networks that we have available. So definitely, we're committed with the evolution. We know that Omnilife also has, it's like seeing a big tree that the great branches continue yielding fruit, but all the roots that are embedded, that have been created in 30 years, we have one of the greatest plant in the world, and many things that support us as a company. There are other companies that are just being born. Yes, of course, we wish them the best success. And Omnilife, we're concerned about a competition. What we want to be is very competitive in that sense. I can say that we are very powerful, very competitive, and that's not only why we are remaining, but we're continue growing. And so we would like to invite everybody to come to a company, not where in the future you're going to have success. No, this is a company that is a futuristic company that nowadays, at this moment, is the future of what used to be 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So we're successful. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, company, and thank you to all the entrepreneurs and leaders who have joined this project and have made possible helping this millions of people. This was my participation. Thank you very much. And lastly, goodbye.
Okay. I just want to say hello and thank you to Amauri Kenya. I know you watching us. I know you there with Diego, who's been here since the morning. I want to say hello to Diego and something important. And this is what Pepe was saying. It is very valuable to me. We have in our hands, you have in your hands a company, your personal company. What are you going to do? So passing from, being an employee to the mentality of an entrepreneur and become an entrepreneur. OmniLife is going to be with you step by step. A couple of days ago, we had a new opportunity of something that they are going to talk to you about tomorrow that they offer to the diamonds, where you have all this possibility of growth that you need to take an advantage of. You need to take, this is the moment. The vision that Pepe tells us about the future. When I signed with Pepe or with Telo, but together with Pepe, they spoke to me about a future that today is a reality. It's been years that this is a reality. One day they told me we were going to travel, and we've traveled. They told me you're going to have a house, and we have many. They talked to us about having a car. One day I'm going to have my car, and now I have many cars. It's very exciting when they were talking to us about obtaining a check. If you invited people, you were going to earn money. And I've received 20 checks a month. We received checks of 20 countries. So imagine what is going to happen, what is happening to you. And so I just wanted to add that. I know that this vision of the future that we have in this team, today I feel very honored to be a part of, and we have been working for many years now. We have this possibility of having this vision of the future. So, well, okay, but okay, what? No, who's next? There's Jose Manuel, who I took away the microphone. Something important, friends. This is evolution. I want to share something. When we began, in the years that we have walked together, in the 30 years that we've been walking together, and what is coming in the future is attitude. The attitude that we need to have to fight for our dreams, to fight and not allow that no one will take away our dreams, and that we are in a company that will always see for us and for our dreams and to give us the best. Thank you very much. I would add that something that is very interesting in this OmniLife career, that diamond is not necessarily the rank. Diamond is a behavior. And something that excites me a lot is that we need to be diamond in many areas of your life, in your house, with your partner, as a parent, as a distributor. Diamond is turning and having the ability of being an authentic diamond, not just in Omnilife. And this way transform many people's lives because this goes together with honesty, transparency, congruence, and these things you do not buy them in the corner shop. You develop them, you transmit them, and above all, you invite. And people invite and mimic what you do. And this is what has made us grow impressively. I begin to think, imagine this number 6 to 7 million. And now we are 7,000 million people in the world. We have point not one of the population contacted. Imagine that. This is a great opportunity. It is a vision that there is a space for you where you can transform and transform many people and among them the economy. And this part, as Jorge was telling us, don't follow the money, follow results. It used to be very hard because you did wanted to find the money, but it was very fun. And when you focus on what you need to do, suddenly you don't even realize, when the money gets to you. And that part is very exciting. But it is that effort which with you work every day and especially enjoy it. And the fun part is that when you are in a constant work, you enjoy seeing that your group is growing and is having results. That is spectacular. Friends, the truth is that I had the privilege of being in this extravaganza with Jorge Vergara, shared with all of us at that moment about the fantastic dreams. And I believe in the vision of Jorge Vergara. And when Jorge said and shared with us these fantastic dreams, I have a fantastic dream towards the future. And from my heart, I tell you, I see a world tinted, painted with a purple, with people from Omnilife or ambassadors of health, of beauty, and personal dreams will make a difference in different countries. Let's not just share an opportunity of business, but let's turn into leaders, leaders of OmniLife, and leaders in the society. Jorge Vergara's philosophy goes very deep, and we can make a great difference worldwide. So, my mission in the future is for a world painted in purple, where we will all be together through the communication media, virtual communication, and maybe what comes after this virtual world maybe will make us something better, and maybe we will transport from one country to the other like Star Trek, but we are going to be there, and I know it's going to be a world painted in purple, and it's going to be a better world for everyone. Thank you, Jose Manuel. I want to ask Andrea something. I have my personal opinion, but a woman is going to give us a better one. And this is, if we spoke about evolution in the cosmetic products that we have, Andrea, how do you see them? What can you tell us about these products? Are they products that have a characteristic of evolution about what they have in the market? They don't have it? Sure, they are the best. That is definite. I don't have a doubt. And the love and passion that Kenya has put to all of these products have their special seal. Since she began, Kenya Vergara, and this is the last line, it's marvelous how you feel it on your skin, how the people that is allergic and cannot put any type of cosmetics and uses Seitu and nourishes the skin. They look young, of course, and for women that is something great. And today that we are with new thoughts, we have this new makeup, 2 in 1, the same tone, and something spectacular, translucent powder that we never asked Kenya and Kenya did it, well, that talks about all of the good things that Seitu has. And these are the new launchings, but the people that are listening to this for the first time, all of these are new lines, 60 nutrition, 120 in cosmetics. Jorge Vergara dared to begin many years ago a process to make cosmetic product that did not harm your health because as you know a lot of products of many brands still use a series of chemicals that are harmful. And evidently, this will bring you to 1,000 problems. And you check it. I don't want to in any way do things in a way that would seem that I would be saying something bad about other products. This is open. Look at the products. But what I can say is that after 20 years of having begun with the process of cosmetics, we have been able to make now the through Kenya Vergara this Say To line, which is practically accessible to anybody, man or woman, because there are products for men without harming your health. And, for the ones that aren't here, I honestly say, and I see them in the meetings, they have the meetings that are so fun because the women are there, they put on the creams, I find them even with a lot of creams on their faces. And they were talking to us about, all of the meetings this morning. But at the end of the day, not just promoting this, is to talk about evolution, talk about the future. So, friends, we are in the future with products. We are in the future in evolution and future in making you an entrepreneur, having earnings bigger than what you earn. So, welcome everybody. Irma, go ahead. Thank you, Walter. Well, to share that the vision of the future needs to be within your mind and your heart of all of you. Look at yourself. Look how you see yourself 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10, with Omnilife, giving everything you have, everything you are. It is important to see where we want to go to, where we want to bring our life, because that is going to make us different. Each of you will have that decision to choose where you want to go. And if you want that diamond, that double diamond, it's a result of what the leader said. It's not just because you want to reach to be a diamond, but because of all the lives that you need to touch, the roads that you have to travel. That is something important. Commit with the process to be able to get there. And that vision of future has a lot to do with your individual vision and your own heart. See yourself in the person you want to turn into and act that way. Understanding that really the success that we have, that all of us, the people that share today, is through happiness. And to thank and be thankful for everything we do. But as we have a clear mentality of knowing where we want to reach and what we want to turn into, we are going to have a commitment to act every day. So don't be afraid. Put away your fears. Face it. Face your fears and see what you want to turn into and act as that person that you want to turn into today. Involve as many people possible in this world that so many million people need an opportunity, like Ram said. Today, more than ever, we need to go and have that great mission, that purpose in life, because that makes you unstoppable. And thank you very much. I see a world that is impressive. Today we have an energy that is unique worldwide, and those people that are connected in those areas of our mind and heart and our intention to transform lives are able to change lives. There is a great opportunity in the world, and we need to see it. Thank you very much to all of you. And one of the things that I would like to comment is involve the people you love. Involve your wife, husband, children, everyone that you love. Because if you are going to dedicate your life to helping people change their situation, it is worthwhile to begin with the people we have around. And another thing, very important, involve your children because one day in the next 50 years, we are all going to be in heaven. Some of you are going to be not in heaven, but we are going to be there. But the thing is, involve your children because what is going to happen with your business? What is going to happen with your legacy, with your effort? Everything that you build is hereditary. So involve your children so that they will form part of this and they will know the value that they have to touch so many lives. Now, in many places, there are people that when it is difficult to talk about money because they learn that money is bad, all of those things that we hear, at least in my family, I heard it. There is something marvelous in Omnilife. All of the earnings that we have are blessed. Pesos, reales, dollars, all of the coins that come to our house is blessed because it is somewhat that changed their health or life and has something to eat, to pay their debts, or to make their dreams come true. So in this company, the one that earns more money is the one that has touched more lives positively to be able to help them with their dreams and make them better. And that future, we have it today. We only need to take it, make it grow until God calls us. And we have the ability to do that. All of us, even the ones that are starting, the ones that are just starting for the first time, you just need to decide. Everything is on the table. And this is like a party, like a buffet party. They tell you, welcome, there's music, there's food, there's party. Come in. You only need to respect, don't push, don't be mean to others, and help the ones that ask you. That is all you need. Doing that, the future is in our hands. And the world, Jorge Vergara have this clear. Jorge Vergara taught us, or at least he taught me, that the world was at his hand and that I decided what to do with it. The world is at our hands. Thank you. And we need, we want to say hello to our children, to people in Peru, to people in Ecuador, from Chile, Brazil, everyone from Uruguay, the people from Europe, from all the countries. Thank you very much for what you do every day. Thank you for trusting and know that you count with us. Many people have gone to many countries and it has been wonderful to be able to help. I want to embrace my children because we've divided and God blesses people that touch someone else. Thank you. I want to add hello to Russia that is going to participate in. But say it in Russian. No. The truth is that each of us has touched different countries. We have traveled around the world, and it's exciting to think, for example, when I was a child, and they spoke about Siberia, I thought of something like a punishment. Siberia was where they sent people for to be prisoners of war. Siberia is a spectacular place with a lot of culture, a lot of valuable people, and I'm very happy because in a short while, Russia is going to be present with us, and we are going to be we will see the people, what is happening over there with a girl that has a lot of will. He went to the Caucasus, that is further away than Siberia. And she was asking for a meeting with more than 100 people in Russia. In Russia, they are having meetings now, and so I'm very happy, and I say hello. And without taking away merits to the other countries, Colombia is here, and I hope they improve the situation in Colombia. I remember 28 years ago when I went to Colombia, the problem about Pablo Escolar and narco traffic. Now it's just something about politics. I hope you overcome this and all of the other countries, not to mention everybody, but also the USA, that we are all here. And so, hello to everyone. Something important. Next Sunday, there's going to be an impressive event. We are going to be together with this synergy. Andrea is going to be there, Walter and Telo Caballero. They're going to be joined together in our Diamond in network, Purple Network, in a virtual program like this. Next Sunday, what time? 4 p.m. Mexico time. So imagine learning from these three great leaders. Pedro Caballero, maybe some of you don't know him, but Telo Caballero is a guest of mine. We are great friends. I'm giving the example that today he has the highest degree in the Omnilife company, Double Diamond Supreme, and let's listen to him. And if you want to have fun, don't miss next Sunday. You are going to have fun because with Telo and the people from Veracruz, this is guaranteed that you are going to laugh yourself to death, but also you are going to learn a lot. So, okay? No, Adrian. We want to listen to Adrian. Well, he wanted to take our time. Pepe wanted to take our time, but no, no, no. Be brief. So lastly, go on, Adrian. I just want to send a message to the owner of my checks. I would like to leave a message. And today has been a very rich day about learning, and I always thank Omnilife, their products, that it makes it easy to reach people, but also the tools that they give us, and that has allowed me to be able to have the ability to dream. And if we speak about the future, I didn't see a future for me if I don't have dreams. The greatness of my dreams is what makes me imagine and to think how it's going to be in 3, 4, 10 years. I always get into someone's shoes that is sitting and listening to a meeting for the first time, because what makes me transform into or makes me transport to another place was my first dream was to have money for food, to pay the light, to pay the rent of the room that I lived. That was my first dream. And I stuck to it, and I looked for the means and the ways, and I found it in Omnilife since the first day. Since the first day, I dared to do things, but I also learned to have more dreams. And I invite you, put your dreams in a short space, in a long space, but have big dreams and work very hard. Adopt a strategy and don't let go until you obtain these goals, these dreams, and always think positive. Put away everything that is negative. The law of attraction works, and it works really well. I always wanted to be surrounded by successful people, and today I wake up with double diamond supremes, people that have a trajectory that is impressive. And it was because I listened to my dreams and I put away any toxic things. And OmniLife and its products make me very healthy. And the energy, everything that you bring to the group, the new diamonds, the new leaders that you are forming, and they are making us shine. This is something great in OmniLife. The group wins, you win, it's a win-win situation. So, I just want to give you the message to everyone that is listening to me. If your dream is to have the best house in the world, you are going to obtain it as long as you work and don't let go of your dream. And work every day. One day, yes, the next as well, with no excuse. And dreams are what makes us maintain this future. And today, with all of the technology, so we are going to obtain it even quicker. If I took 25 years or 22 years without reaching the double diamond, many young people today are going to do it in 10 or 12 or less. And they are going to be able to do it because with the tools that OmniLife has, speed up, how to get there. So thank you very much. And to all of you and this great team, I love you so much. Every day I learn from you. I feel privileged. That future that I saw when you were talking this morning, today is my present. And I want to share with you a scenario, a new plan, a new boat. That's why they laugh. Well, cheers with Novo Plan.
Salud que nuevo plan, Héctor. Enhorabuena.
To me, I like to share with this group. In a way, they are moments that I never imagined. It's a reality now. When I signed that contract many years ago, it never went through my head being with a group of people that is so marvelous and where I feel, so great. And to know them has allowed me to realize that the history is repeat and we are no different. We are just people trying to look with a vision and to reach our dreams. And the vision that I see in the future has a lot to do with health. To me, this year of pandemic, I I was able to see this virus very close. It has affected in different ways, and in others, the great pleasure to be able to help people to solve it and to be with us still, and others that have left us. But to me, what I see in the future is that after this becomes normal again, people are going to see OmniLife as a big possibility of having a quality of life that is spectacular. I dream with that in each house, at least of the people that I know in this life that I've lived here, will have OmniLife products in their pantry as a lifestyle. And to think about the future of my family spectacular, to be protected, and each time more. I want thousands of people to see it. And I hope they don't have to fight with any disease. So the vision that I have is to paint this world in purple, but also many people adding to this quality of life with a better quality of life without having to suffer situations of a disease. That is my vision of the future. And about money? Well, Hector doesn't want to say it, but we have a spectacular dream that is in process. You are going to find out. We are working strongly for it to happen, but we are going to talk about it in this synergy that we have in this group. Somewhere we are going to be able to talk about it, and you will know our great dream. And you're going to invite us, right? Yes, sure. Everyone's invited. And with Ego Plan. With Ego Plan, you will make your dreams come true. But I want to tell all the community and the new distributors and the new people that is beginning, dare to dream things that you never imagined in your mind, because with OmniLife, it's possible. We are living it today, right now. And believe me, that dream we are trying to make. This would never have gone through my mind if it hadn't been because of this vehicle and the dreams that we have reached through the years, one and another one and another one. And this has become a habit. Don't let that habit break because you want to reach other dreams. The richness is great that you can obtain in OmniLife, not just in money, but also personally, in health. And that is my vision of the future. And to say thank you to what you have shared because of the time that we have been able to be together. And thanks to Diego, Mauri, Jelena, Kenya, and obviously all of the staff and all of the people that allow us and all of the people that have spoken and have shared and that will be with us and have left us incredible things that we can put into practice and that we can potentialize everything that we have been doing. I want to hug you all and God bless you all. This dream worries me, that new dream that you have, because thanks to what you told, Walter, that you have a pool in your bedroom. That's why I decided to go to the sea. I just want to remind you all, friends, there are countries like Mexico and many cities where we are in green light with all of the norms of safety. Well, obviously, this has allowed us to have safety to be able to make meetings. So, I invite you all, the people that in your countries are able to make meetings. I am beginning with all of my trips to all of the north and south of Mexico, and I will be traveling to other countries. You are going to see the program, so please be alert. Invite many people, and especially if you have your own events, it is time to begin to make this hybrid. We need to work virtual and with face to face. So, thank you. I want to say hello to Costa Rica. I want to share something with you.
Guadalajara, Mexico. Well, thank you very much to all the people who are writing to. It's amazing of number of messages that we're receiving. Thank you very much for everybody who's connected. You've been with us for many hours, sitting and listening to how they can change their life. The most important thing is that not only listen to it, but transmit it to your customers and put it into practice, because there's something that has characterized this team that we've been working with goals, with constant challenges. Something that I've learned from each one of them that I admire with further trajectory. I receive a very important message. This is not about right now. It's been the decisions you've made in the past, and the past, of course, from the past, this is a future, and this is a new future that's coming for whoever wants to take these risks. This is Andrea. This is what we're talking about. Imagine that when we began, all of us, we have evolved also. I remember that I remember perfectly well. Irma would arrive at Extravaganzas at silver, and then the next one she was gold, and then she was diamond, and then Irma has never stopped putting herself great challenges and signing up and growing, because why she started here, and then she's transforming her life constantly, and nobody has forgot. We're now more current than ever, because we're more thankful than ever in our dreams together, and the synergy that we're doing is that we all have a factor. A common factor is to help you to transform your life, and I love you all very, very much. Okay, well, I'll just want everybody to imagine, we already talked about this when we start. Each of us have been working in a different way from different styles, and so imagine what's coming up, the vision of our business that we're living, that's for this entire team that we'll see that's coming forward in the next years, and we're working everybody together in one single direction. So imagine what we have achieved and we are going to be able to achieve with all this project that we are working on together. This is going to be spectacular. We're going to have beautiful events and stronger events in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Greetings, blessings, congratulations, Maori in Kenya at home. Congratulations. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for what you have shared with us. I'm sending you big greetings, hugs. Actually, what I would like to say is thank you. We admire you all very much. We love you. To see you work together in synergy for us is an inspiration. And what's going to happen, I tell all the entrepreneurs, I tell them, if you see where you can be, pay heed to these people here, because they are, after 30 years, in some way they have transformed their lives. And if you want to be there where they are right now, pay heed to them, listen to their words that they're saying, pay heed for actually, because it's amazing what they have been able to achieve, the number of people they have transformed, the number of people they have helped. Something that to say every coin that comes in is a person who has been transformed in a life. That's totally true. Every coin that arrives in that in that check is a person who is trying to change their life, is taking an opportunity, who's excited, that they want, there's a will, and they want to get as far as you have. There's opportunities for everybody, and of course, I'm sending you a big hug. I love you all, and I wish you great success in the next the program next weekend, and we're going to be promoting it and following it. Congratulations, and thank you very much. We'll see you in Miami. And this is from Rio de Janeiro as well. We'll see you in Miami.